Moved 3,000 miles across the country for this person. And so he waits until just after our 7-year anniversary to, first of all, abandon me. We left all my friends, my bands behind.
Hey people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. How you doing? If you guys notice, I've been smiling a lot because it's almost my birthday. Yes, it's almost my birthday. I'm super excited. Anyway, that aside, hope you guys are doing great. And let me know down in the comment section if your birthday is August. Let me know down in the comment section. Love to know my birthday people. Okay, that aside, let's get into today's video. Today's video is a video of a woman who came online to cry and talk about how a boyfriend of 7 years left her after she moved from a different country for him to another country. This man decided to call off the relationship. Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this down in the comment section. What do you think about women packing up their life just because of a man to go start a new life with this man? What do you think about that? Anyway guys, this has gotten a lot of people talking. A lot of women are coming to share their story about how they packed their life and how the outcome what was the outcome and everything, which I find this very interesting. Why some other people came on to give an advice, some other people came to like everyone was just giving an opinion because this video literally went viral. Anyway guys, let's go hear other people's thoughts on this and then I'll come back and share my own opinion.
He decided to wait until we'd been together 7 years, until I moved across the fucking country, left all my friends, my bands behind to support his ass.
Now, of course, I have to start this off by saying no hate, no shade to that creator. But I love when I just see real life examples of what I'll be talking about on my podcast and y'all be in the comments acting like I'm the crazy one. Because when I say stuff like, you're single till you're married, ain't no ring on my finger, I can do whatever I want, y'all be in the comments like, well, how you supposed to be chose to be a wife if you don't act like a wife, while you're dating? That's y'all problems now. Y'all be too busy trying to center your lives around men. You pick up and move across the country, have his kids, wipe his ass, cook his food, clean his house for him, hoping, praying, chosen. Oh, I want to be a wife so bad. Trying to be chose so bad. And then 7 years later, 10 years later, he leave you and you got shit to show for it. Because you was trying so hard to be chose. That's y'all problems now. I'm telling y'all, you're single until you married, act like it.
Left all my friends, my
All right, so we have a woman. She's been in a relationship for 7 years. She leaves her entire life behind. That's going to be friends, family, and the dogs, just to move all the way across the country in order to marry this guy. And as soon as she gets there, he abandons her, dumps her, and breaks her heart. Why? Well, the why is because he was non-committal and avoidant from the start. He has mommy issues. He has intimacy problems with women. So he was fine when she was at arm's length, but as soon as the shit hit the fan and she actually got there and he had to be intimate, he jumped ship. He jumped ship because he treated her just like his mommy, which he was already doing from the start. And had this relationship really went to its full conclusion, he would have treated her like that the whole time. Even though his mom would do what mommies do and take care of him, do his laundry, feed him, and wipe his little hiney, guess what would happen whenever he wanted to do something that she wouldn't allow him to do? He would sneak out and go do it anyway. He would go defy mama. So let this be a lesson that whenever men who have mommy issues treat you like a mommy, it's not just in the good way. They don't just treat you like a mommy like they expect you to hold them. They don't just treat you like a mommy like they expect you to do the dishes. They also disobey you like a mama and do whatever they want.
He left all my friends, my bands behind to support his ass.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because I don't know what woman needs to hear this, but I feel called to say it. Sis, the love and the commitment that you're wanting to receive from somebody else is not defined by how much you sacrifice of yourself in pursuit of what you want to receive. For a lot of us, we have learned through watching other women in our lives, we have learned that the best way for a woman to both receive and give romantic love is through significant self-sacrifice. In reality, significant self-sacrifice is not a healthy down payment for any commitment or love you're looking for. Trust me, you do not want for the reason why someone chose to commit to you to be primarily because of how much you've sacrificed and given up for them. Because your value is in who you are and not what you do for them. So be with somebody who loves you because of how your nose crinkles when you laugh, not because you stop fulfilling your life plan and goals for them.
He decided to wait until we'd been together 7 years, until I moved across the...
My heart breaks for this girl, but I have to keep it real. First red flag, being together 7 years, no ring, no real commitment. Second red flag, living for him and not yourself. Third red flag, doing wife duties at girlfriend prices. Fourth red flag, moved at the drop of a hat. Fifth red flag, being shocked when he left you. Sixth red flag, you missed every single red flag. Men typically know within the first 2 to 3 months whether or not they're going to marry you. Do not be fooled.
Moved 3,000 miles across the country for this person. And so he waits until just after our 7-year anniversary to, first of all, abandon me. We left all my friends, my bands behind.
This is why I believe that you have to stop centering men in your life. Stop making all of these wife-like sacrifices for boyfriends. It's different if, you guys are a couple and you guys together as a family decided to move, but you're doing all this, you're chasing a boyfriend 3,000 miles away, you're going to the school that he's going to, you're giving up jobs and careers and opportunities that you could benefit from for him. Like, some men will always have you in sacrifice mode. She was willing to give up her family and friends and do all of this for him. And what was he able to do? And some men will wait until you've given it all up for them. That's when they want to leave. Because I know whatever issue he had with her, he had that issue years ago back wherever they were. But he allowed her to move 3,000 miles, and that's when he decided to show out. I think so many women do this because you're trying to show him that you could be a ride or die. You're trying to show him that you could be loyal. You're auditioning. This is what I'm saying. You are auditioning. She's mad because 7 years of auditioning, 7 years of proving herself, 7 years of showing him that she will do anything for him. It still wasn't good enough. That's what she's really mad about. That she gave it all up for him. That's why you cannot lose yourself in a relationship. And a man that truly loves you will never allow you to let you give up that much for them. What has he given up? As long as you're in sacrifice mode, a man is not going to stop you. This is why you don't embrace the long-term girlfriend life if you know you want to be a wife. He'll let you waste as much time as you're willing to waste. Stop auditioning for these men by showing them how much you'll lose yourself in them, how much you'll give to them, how much you'll sacrifice to them, because all they're ever going to do is let you.
Decided to wait until we'd been together 7 years.
I keep telling y'all this, but y'all don't want to listen. It's like you would rather learn the hard way as opposed to using your discernment and intuition to get yourself out of situations like this. Another thing I want to add to, this is exactly what it looks like when you center your life around a man. You are putting your social life on hold, your family on hold, your career on hold, basically any aspirations that you have to center your life around what your man wants without getting any benefits out of it. Are you mad? Are you not embarrassed? And look, no hate to this creator, but girl, come on, stand up. And if there's one thing I know about men since I've decentered them, they're not stupid. They just pretend to be to see how much you can put up with. And when you give up everything, that is the moment that you've lost. You've lost your identity, you've lost your power, you've lost your entire sanity as a woman. And I know that's really harsh to say, but at this point, we are in a crisis. And look, y'all need some tough love for real, because there's no other way that I can put this. If you have to constantly prove yourself to a man, whether it's proving that you're a ride or die, you're hella loyal, you can put up with anything, okay? You automatically lose. Because you're showing him how much you can put up with. And when you show a guy how much you can put up with, fuck around and find out. And that's exactly what happened to this young lady. A man that truly loves you, values you, and respects you would never in a million years put you in a situation like this where you are losing yourself. And look, I've taken a lot of L's in my personal life, but I think the biggest L that a woman could ever take in her life is when she loses herself. If you want to be a long-term girlfriend, then fine, go ahead, follow her lead. And I'm sure she paid 50-50 in that relationship as well, but that's none of my business. And just know that nothing good comes out of situations like this.
3,000 miles across the country for this person. And so he waits until...
So I seen the original video last night and I was just like, oh, girl, facepalm. And absolutely no hate to the original creator. I feel bad for her situation because that sucks. And absolutely no hate to the person that did the response video, because great points, and I agree. But my thing is, there's a lot of people saying, this is why you you don't do stuff on a girlfriend budget, which I totally agree because I've been there, and it did not go well for me. I ended up with a lot of headaches and a lot of trauma, and I was like, never again. And there's a lot of people saying that, hey, this way you gotta wait till you got a ring on your finger until you're married to do all this stuff, and it's like, I don't know. Like, have we not been seeing all these videos of these married women that are dealing with the weaponized incompetence? Have we not seen the videos of the married women with kids that are pretty much raising their kids alone? You know what I mean? And they're really like struggling because their husbands just stopped giving. So, I don't know, man. Whether you're in a relationship or you are like married with a ring on your finger, if they're gonna do you dirty, they're gonna do you dirty regardless. The only difference is that, when you're married and you get divorced and you guys can, figure out stuff with your finances and your house and stuff like that. Like, there's some security with it. And well, if you're in a relationship and you get played, then you got no choice but to pick up your and tip. Well, yeah, honestly, like whether you're in a relationship, single, you're about to get married, or you're married, you gotta make sure that your finances are set and locked down. Because if you get played or something like this happens, you're good.
I moved 3,000 miles across the country for this person, and so he waits until...
I know I'm going to get pushback from the guys, but ladies, if you're with a man for 7 years, you're not engaged, you're not married, he has strung you along. A man knows really quick. A man falls in love fast. He knows really quick if you check those boxes, if that potential is there, if he's in love with you, and he will make some serious decisions very fast. He will commit to you. He will spend his time with you. He will find ways to cultivate an environment where you're together with him. Now, I know there's special circumstances. Perhaps somebody is overseas for a job. They're in the military, things like this. But even then, the heart wants what the heart wants. And to be away from somebody for 7 years and then want your girlfriend to move 3,000 miles for you, it's 7 years later, and she says in the video that just after their 7-year anniversary, he decided he didn't want it. It's one of those things that I think is like a game of cat and mouse, where or a dog chasing a car, and they talk about how when the car stops, the dog doesn't know what to do. And I mean this from the perspective of he was chasing, right? He got her in his environment, in his vicinity, and then the chase was over, right? And I mean, we don't know his side. I mean, maybe there was a lot of other weird stuff going on, but at the end of the day, the point is, in this story, is the 7 years. 7 years. Some people are already married, have a kid or two, and looking at a 10-year anniversary trip to Hawaii, and these two aren't even living in the same house or have a commitment as far as engagement or marriage. So ladies, stick to your guns. Just work on yourself. Like the same things that guys are told. Work on yourself. Be the best version of you. Be open for the right guy, because we are out here. When I met my fiance, we were on TikTok, and the first 24 hours after I met her, I proposed to her. I came with a promise ring and I came with an engagement ring, and I gave them both to her because I promised that I'd marry her, and she will be here in a few weeks. So yeah, 7 years, not even 7 months. What do you guys think?
He decided to wait until we'd been together 7 years, until I moved across the fuck.
This is a tough one because I used to really think like this person. I used to just think that like all men are, and you can't depend on them, and you really have to only look out for yourself. You should always be working. You should always be prepared to like leave your man at any given time. But now that I'm in my 30s, I've definitely softened on this a bit, and I would implore other women to kind of do the same, because you have this mindset, like you're never gonna like let yourself love. Like you're never gonna truly let yourself like be a part of something and really like understand it. Guard yourself, be smart. Don't buy a house with a man that you're not married to. Like that's just not smart financial advice. But again, like you have to let yourself love. You have to let yourself feel. You have to give to a relationship what you're getting. And I think that's like better advice now that I have a daughter. And my husband is has opened my eyes to all of this stuff, because I really was like that hard ass mom, single mother. She worked like 2 or 3 jobs my whole life, and like I just in my mind just have always been like, men are and you know, like they're gonna leave you. Like my husband's he's never cheated on me. I look at his phone and it's like Home Depot, and like he's like a golden retriever, and it's opened up my eyes to a lot, because like he doesn't deserve to be treated like that, because he has done nothing but earn my respect in our relationship. And so again, like not all men are going to cheat on you. Some will. It's not your fault if they do. But you have to let yourself love, and you can't just like say that, like, you know, you can't not let yourself be in a relationship because you're afraid that like men are just all going to be cheaters. And a lot of them are, and that's not on you. But again, like I've softened my stance on this a lot. And I think you just got to you have to make sure you're getting what you're giving. And as soon as you feel like what you're trading your contributions for, and if you're not getting them back, then it's time to reevaluate. But just a little late 30-something advice for you guys.
Left all my friends, my bands behind to support his.
I feel like if this video had been posted like 3 years ago, the response would have been way different. And I think that was the type of response this person was thinking that they were going to get. More like empathetic, oh, f him, it's okay, honey, type of responses. But like women are fed. And that comes from all the pain and torment that these men have put us through. And so I think now as a collective, when women see another woman who is putting a man at the center of their life, it's kind of like this tough love, get it together kind of response. And I would like to think that this tough love stems from a place of care, of being like, we don't want you to have to go through this ever again. And also it can get even worse than that. And like the reality is, you have women who will get rid of their community, their family, their friends, their job to center their lives around a man who would sell them out for a McChicken. Under the patriarchy, very, very, very few men care about women. And that's why you have women building community with each other, focusing on themselves, their career, their home, their spirituality. Because these men tend to be like leeches, and they take and take and take, and they rarely give. That's why you have women charging a fee before they even go on dates now. You have women being like, cash out me $100 so I don't waste my time. And I don't blame them. And it's like women can bend over backwards, spend all this money to get surgery, completely change their lives to fit a man's standard. And men can't even wash their. And I just like want everyone to like let that sit in. At the end of the day, it's really sad what this person went through, but I feel like a lesson was learned here. And at least she learned it early.
He decided to wait until we'd been together 7 years, until I moved across the country, left all my friends, my bands behind.
Let's talk about it, because I used to be her. Back in 2018, I moved down to Dallas to make a relationship work that I had been entertaining on and off for about 2 years long distance. This was a man that I thought I was absolutely in love with. You could not tell me nothing about my man. You couldn't tell me nothing about my relationship. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to marry this man, have all his babies, live in a big ass house with a white picket fence and a dog. I was delusional. And it didn't matter, because in that delusion, I was in my mind thinking he's going to see everything that I'm giving up, everything I'm sacrificing. He's going to recognize how bad I want this to work. And he's going to see how much I love him. And I'm going to get that in return. And we're going to live happily ever after. And guess what? It didn't work like that. It's a few reasons why it didn't work. Number one, when I moved down here, I wasn't established. I had a job, but I didn't have friends. I didn't have family. I never went out. I never did anything. If I ever hung out, it would be with him and his family or him and his friends. I didn't even have a life. I was extremely depressed. I wanted to go home so bad, but baby, I was holding on so tight to that relationship because I knew exactly what I wanted and everything that I had sacrificed, and there was no way I wasn't going to obtain it. But what I did not realize back then was I wasn't even happy. The reason I wasn't happy was because I didn't understand that I had completely lost myself. I had molded myself to become a woman that he would be in love with and that he would want to be with. I wasn't Jam anymore. Even my homegirls back home and my friends back home did not recognize who I was because I had completely absorbed myself with pleasing him. When that relationship ended, that may have been some of the worst abandonment that I have ever felt in my life. And the reason why I have felt so abandoned now I know is because I did not have my own. And I had literally had to press reset on my life because my life had revolved around him. I'm not saying don't move your life for nobody, don't transition for nobody, but just make sure you're established. Oftentimes we feel as though when we're in a relationship and we're giving 100% and we're loving and pouring into that person, we automatically expect that in return. But see, life just does not work that way, unfortunately. Just because you are good to someone does not guarantee they're going to be good to you. It's a hard truth, but it's real. And the more I sit and think about that situation and talk about it out loud, it just makes me sick to my stomach to know that I allowed someone to take me up and down through it. But it's also making me realize how grateful I am to have experienced that, because now I know better. Had I had someone tell me the things that I'm sitting here telling y'all, then I probably would have made a different decision. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. Just make sure you don't give up yourself for someone that's not giving you what you know you absolutely deserve.
Please go ahead and share your thought about this video down in the comment section. What do you think about people's reaction, the entire story? What do you think about it? Please go down in the comment section and share your thought, okay? But please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're very respectful. We're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. Okay, so let's be respectful. And I do appreciate you guys for always making this channel a very safe place for people to come talk and add your opinion and have amazing conversation without cursing or being rude or disrespecting ourselves down in the comment section. So thank you guys for always doing that. Anyway, so here's my own thought on this is that I kind of agree, but yeah, I'm also one of those people that moved their life to go start a life with my husband in a total different state that was not where I was raised. But even though where my husband, or where then boyfriend now husband was a different state, I go to that state a lot to visit him majority of the time. So I was really accustomed to the state, and I enjoyed the state. I loved it, and so it was just a brainer for me to go ahead and pack up my life and move to a new state without friends and family members there. So yeah, so I was one of those people, but it didn't work out. It worked out well for me eventually. So we got married, and yeah, here it is. So, but this is what I'll say is that for me, as for a woman, for you to pack up your life to say, okay, they want to go move to another place. This is another factor you have to look, and those are the factor I look at. Like, would this place, will I strive? Will I strive in this place? If you know that place you're not going to strive, that the only sole purpose why you choose to move to that place was just so that you can be close to your man or to be with your man, I would say have a rethink. If that place is not going to help your career, help your mental health, help you as a person, then I would say have a second thought. Don't just involve your life just around a person, whether you're a man or a woman. Don't just pack up your life and then just go involve your life around one person. It can go left real fast. What are you going to do? Like, so if like me moving down to a different state from the state I had all my life, was I looked at this state and I was like, you know what, this state is going to do well for me. I can strive here on my career. I can do this, and it was one of the most sought after states in my country. So I'm just like, okay, you know what, it's a brainer. I go there, especially with the career path I was going for. So don't just pack up your life and just go start a life. Ask yourself, and then also deep down, there's one thing, especially we as women, there's one thing as women, our intuition never lies to us. There is something that will probably give you a hint or a click, but you choose to be blindsided to it. You choose not to acknowledge those red flags, all those signs, that all those intuition that you're having, that don't do it, don't move, don't be. Listen to your inner self, listen to your gut. And if the relationship does not feel right, then it does not feel right. Why some people do, like, I think somebody stitched it, I'm not sure. I think somebody said something about that in the stage where he was talking about how some people feel very comfortable being in a distance relationship, but when the commitment is committing, they just like bail out. Yeah, there are some people that have those issues. So these are the things that you should look out when you are dating, when you go visiting. What's the relationship like? Is the relationship striving more when both of you are apart or when you are together? At least do a test run. That's another thing I feel like, if you know you're going to pack up your bag and just go, do a test run. Don't just pack everything once. Maybe just go do 3 months, 6 months and see how it goes before you pack up your bag and say, you know what, I'm just going to move for this person and change my entire life for this person. Like, come on, sister. Come on, like, generally as women, even as men, don't just do that. Test the waters and ask yourself if there's the person you want to do that big move, that, because it is a big move, moving your entire life for one person. Yeah, because you're going to be isolated and just focus on just that person. That's scary though. Okay, even though I did it, that's scary. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this. So feel free to share your opinion, but please keep it respectful. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion. Okay, share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have amazing conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Okay, please give this video a big thumbs up, smash the like button, because that helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because why not? Subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. To see.